Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
We
back at it again.
are back at it again. And we're so excited because we are now in daylight savings time,
Oh my
which
gosh, yes.
means it doesn't get dark until 8 p.m.
It means we're getting into like the best part of the year, okay?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We're getting out of the deep
sunlight.
dark depths.
Yeah. The cold depths of the dark.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I already see an improvement in my mental health. I'm very happy.
I know.
Now that it's like 80 degrees and it's warm outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to last, but we needed the preview.
Mm-hmm.
The little sneak preview.
Exactly.
Well, if you listened to our episode last week, you will know that it was our 200th episode.
It was.
So obviously, that was the most important thing, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But what we forgot to tell you, we didn't forget.
We do have a little birthday shout out.
We do.
Garrett's birthday.
Woo, woo. Happy birthday, late birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Garrett. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It was actually really last week, but
Yeah.
y'all don't care. So.
It's fine. He doesn't care.
No. No. But we were just more important than him last week. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way that it is. But yeah.
And we also we do have another movie update for you. Because we always come with the movie reviews, okay, before we get into our stories. So we saw Mickey 17. And that also we talked about last week. And I really thought that it was coming out a whole week later than it did.
Yeah.
But no, I was wrong. And we went and saw it. It was
so good.
Top. So good.
It really was so good.
It was really good.
It was hilarious. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I just love, if you don't know, me and Savannah are AMC A-listers, so we get to go see as many movies as we want to go see.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So we see a bunch of movies, and that one of the best that we've seen, in my opinion.
I know.
For sure.
Honestly, okay. Side note, just random, maybe we should start a separate podcast just reviewing movies.
Yeah, we could really go into depth because we're not giving you the full review for sure.
Yeah. Maybe someday. So look out for that.
Look out for that for sure. We do love a good movie. I think next up, I keep forgetting what it's called. That's the problem. I was going to tell you guys about the movie I want to see.
Let me see if
I forgot. But it has Io from The Bear in it, and I love her. So, and I know it's an A24 movie.
Yes. Opus?
Opus, yeah. See, it was a weird word. That's why I could not remember it. And I don't know what the movie's about. And I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I know,
better.
Me either.
I don't want to see a 5-minute long trailer that just spoils everything in the movie. It's not what I'm here for.
Exactly.
So I like going in blind. So that might be the review next week. We'll see.
Yeah,
if we make it.
We'll see.
But other than that, if you don't mind to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please.
Please.
But if you want to get into your story, Savannah.
Okay. So this week I have the story of the Sanzhi UFO Houses.
Oh, UFO houses.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of these?
No.
Okay. This, I don't know. Sometimes I just get a feeling that I've heard of this before when I'm starting to do my story. You know, you ever?
Oh, every time.
Yes.
Honestly.
And that came with this one too. I'm not really sure why, but anyway, it is this set of buildings is an abandoned area in Taiwan, and it was constructed in 1978.
Okay.
So it was intended as a vacation resort, a beach resort, but also they were kind of apartments for people to live in too, I guess. And the buildings all looked like flying saucers, kind of.
Oh.
I don't think they were really meant to be UFOs per se. They were kind of just looking for some funky
They just accidentally look like UFOs?
Yeah,
That's
like I
funny.
think, you know how in the 70s they were kind of like working with different like weird construction and like weird decorations, like trying to like think outside the box. I think they were trying to make something that looked funky, like looked different, and then people looked at it and they're like, "Wait, this looks like flying saucers."
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So they all look like little pods kind of.
That's cool.
And they're colorful too. Like very 70s, you know, all different colors. So anyway, people did end up living in these buildings. Tenants moved in before the entire place was finished being built. So that happened, I guess. And unfortunately, there were actually issues with building the, you know, the whole structure, and like this whole resort, and like issues with permits, ownership rights, and it just the construction was put on hold eventually, right? So, and also there were some other things that like pushed this off to the side too, because there was an energy crisis in the 80s. And then the money ran out for their construction. The site was actually sealed off, and it was abandoned for like 10 years. What? So people had moved in, but like they left.
That's tragic, honestly, because I bet they're cute. I know they're cute.
They are kind of cute. I know. I should have pulled up a picture. I'll show you.
Yeah, check out our Instagram to see.
Yes. So the site was sealed off and abandoned for like 10 years. And then in 1989, they tried to save the resort again, but it didn't work out.
Tragic.
The people who bought it gave up after a year, and then it was abandoned again. Dang. And then in 2010, the site was sold again, and some of the buildings on the site were demolished, but eventually, like, all the construction stopped again. So, like, they tried to start something, and they're like, no. Because, like, their investors ended up pulling out.
Not a good sign, guys.
I know, like, this place is just already kind of cursed a little bit.
Like, yeah.
Because it's supposed to be such like a happy place, right? But it's just abandoned.
Yeah. They just keep failing every single time.
Exactly. And also the weather had an impact on the resort too, because it was like by the sea, so it seems like a good spot, you know, like beach vibes. But Taiwan's coasts are prone to storms and especially typhoons.
That's horrifying.
Yes. So we get hurricanes here on our coast, but they get typhoons, which is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Not good.
And it's also very, very hot and humid there too. So it's like regularly over 100 degrees in the summer. And the buildings, they were made of fiberglass and plastic, which does not insulate well at all.
No.
So even if there's air conditioning, right, like it's not keeping that AC in. So it's like it was just not good.
No.
Like they weren't built good. But they had to be fiberglass because they were like curved walls.
Yeah.
And that's what would like that's bend the material. Like that, yeah, that's the material they had to like bend that way. So it's just And also they were also not earthquake proof either.
Oh, wow.
Because, like, I don't know. It said something about the cement. There were just, like, worries that it would all crumble if there was ever an earthquake. So, not great. And another reason this place was ultimately abandoned, the rent was super, super high.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was 135 euros a day.
Oh my god.
Which is in the 70s.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, which is also, it's like $145 USD. So, pretty close. But yeah, imagine that. $145 in the 70s? Like, that's a lot. Per day?
That's literally what it is now.
I know.
Like, if we were going to stay somewhere for a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of money back then.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, by the 1980s, it was a ghost town in more ways than one. Oh. Buildings are falling apart, many have collapsed, and there's also ghosts.
Dun, dun. I wasn't expecting you to say ghost.
I know.
I thought you were going to say aliens.
Oh, aliens,
I know,
because of UFOs.
I know they just look like UFOs, but I still, always back to the aliens.
I know, that's just like the nickname this place was given, the UFO place. Yeah,
that's funny.
So yeah, it's haunted. One of the reasons it was ultimately abandoned was because it's haunted. So that's like actually a big reason. People didn't want to live here, didn't want to work here anymore because they're like, oh my god, this place is haunted. It's crazy. So there was just like a lot going on with this place. Everything I listed, no money.
With the ghosts, it's making more sense. Maybe they don't want them there. You know?
True. Honestly, maybe they're just cursing them.
Yeah, they're like, no. This is our place. You can't have it.
I know. Yeah. Okay, let me get into more of it and we can decide if that's, how true that is. So, there is a cemetery supposedly right near the UFO buildings. Some say it's built right on top of the cemetery, but then another source I saw said it's behind it. I don't know. Either way, there is a cemetery, and it was a Dutch cemetery because it dates back to when the Netherlands colonized areas of what's now Taiwan.
Okay.
So, and it's also estimated around 70,000 people are buried in the cemetery.
70,000?
Yeah, I don't, that's a big number, so I don't...
That's a lot of people.
I'm like, did they put an extra few zeros? I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's a big cemetery.
I know. Yeah, I mean, it is a big-ish area, yeah. So yeah, anyway, these, there's... The cemetery there is not great for the superstitions of the people nearby, right? Because in Taiwan, people are have pretty strong superstitions about ghosts. And one is that ancestors can rise from their graves and cause misfortune when graves are not taken care of.
I see.
So, and also, side note, people will actually avoid swimming in the summer because they could be attacked by ghosts of the shipwrecked. Supposedly, because they have the there's a ghost month. They have
nice
month out of the year, and it's the 7th lunar month of the year. Which falls around August. So August is ghost month.
Period. That's my birthday, and
honestly,
that's exactly
right. We should start celebrating ghost month.
Yeah. It's already my month, so it might as well be ghost month.
Exactly. And there is a ghost festival around this time too. So that's cool.
I want to go here. Taiwan is far, but I still want to go.
I know, it would be cool. And actually, this festival is traditionally held in East and Southeast Asian countries. So not just Taiwan, other areas too.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just to show you how strongly they believe in ghosts in their culture. So these people were just yeah, this place is haunted.
That makes sense.
And this vacation park was being built right near all of these graves, so people were super superstitious about this place, having it be so close to a cemetery, or possibly on a cemetery, and it seemed to manifest itself. All of the things that I listed before, all the money issues, the just people not wanting to live here anymore, just feeling weird about the place, different, I guess the weather isn't really
it's not supernatural, but it is also natural.
Yes, it's natural.
I guess theoretically it is supernatural. Exactly. If you know what I'm saying.
True. But yeah, so all of those things, people are the ghosts, I don't know.
It's the ghosts.
But also there were strange incidents that happened to the people at the construction site, car accidents. And also people working there on the construction site just felt a general sense of like discomfort.
Interesting.
They're like, this place feels weird and we don't like it. Basically.
That is crazy, especially if it's like the construction people, because like
I know, yeah.
I feel like construction guys don't get scared.
You know? Right. I know. Well, they're not even necessarily scared. Or just kind of like feeling weird. But they're like, this place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I just don't see that from construction workers.
I know.
I feel like they're all like tough guys. Right. You know, like we don't feel feelings type. Maybe they're not. You know, if you're a construction worker that feels feelings, I'm sorry.
But that just goes to show, like, this is real.
Yeah, you know? I believe them.
Also, this one is iffy. Because apparently there were reports of body parts being found at the construction site. And, like, workers having accidents and, you know, deadly accidents. But nothing has been confirmed, and no one has been confirmed to have died here. So. Okay. But people just spread these rumors. So, like, you know, someone died here. But
they love to say
there hasn't been any reports. So. But there was... See, this also is kind of like... gives bad omen. There was a statue of a Chinese dragon at the entrance of the construction site, right? Which represents good luck and prosperity. But unfortunately, the workers tore it down because it was in the way.
What the heck?
Like they didn't put it up. It was just there.
Like in the way of what?
It was just in the way, so that to get better access to the site, they tore it down. And this supposedly, like, it brought a streak of bad luck. That's what I thought it would bring. Yeah. Exactly.
I would not do that. If I were them.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know what they expected. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. They don't believe this kind of stuff. That's why.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they did that first. They tore it down, and then they started feeling all this bad stuff.
Started happening. And they were like,
Yeah. Reports say that it has been completely demolished, but I've seen videos of people walking around this place, and it's still there.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good that it's still there.
Yeah. It is falling apart, and there's a lot of graffiti. It looks like pretty creepy because it's just an abandoned place, and you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, in its prime, it probably did look really cool, and it would be. It seemed like it would be a cool place to stay.
Yeah, if anybody could make it successful.
Right, and if like the AC would work.
Right.
I guess
we would. You know what? Today we could probably do it because I don't think we would have to use that same material. Like, we could use something else. We could honestly 3D print a better house, I would say.
3D printed. Let me show you some pictures.
Oh, what? Oh, these are really cool.
Don't they look kind of like UFOs, like little
Oh, they definitely look like UFOs. Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, there's some ghosts.
That's so sad that it was such a fail.
I know.
Because these are really cool. Like, I would stay in these today.
Yeah. And there's
Except for they look very
I saw some stuff about
today.
Like the insides of them too. They look pretty cool inside.
Oh, it's so creepy to know that this place is haunted and abandoned because
and that it was barely ever used. Like it like barely even opened. And I don't even think that many people lived there.
Like on bodies.
Right.
It is a big like piece of land. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is the legend of the UFO houses.
Do you know like if people who go there today, like, first of all, are you allowed to just go, or do they, like, trespass?
I mean, I don't think you're supposed to go because it's abandoned. It's just, like, it's not safe.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's one of those types of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would be trespassing if you went.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Not, you know. We don't condone any bad behavior here. That is so crazy.
But I love these little pods. I would love to live in one.
I would love to live in. I would love to have like one, like the whole. So I would say it looks like there's like two. Like, would you rent out the whole pod? Because it looks okay, I'm going to just try to describe them for you. They're like 8 pods connected.
Yeah. But
is it like one house, quote unquote? Or like, would that be like 8 different apartments or 4 or 2?
I couldn't figure that out. I can't tell either. I want to say they're like little apartments and it's each pod is one.
That's so cool. I feel like, low-key, I feel like I've had a dream of being there before.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I love that.
That's crazy. I would love to have like one of those whole entire pods and just decorate it like as my house. That would be super cool.
Yeah. No, but these places, like, I don't know. I wish it could have been a thing because these are cool. Like, I see the vision.
Oh, the vision is there. The vision is absolutely there. And also, I do believe that those ghosts are just protecting their land. They're like, this is our freaking cemetery. Yeah.
They're like, and you guys are
building these alien ships on top of our dead bodies.
Exactly. And we're not having like a vacation spot here. Okay.
Yeah. For these tourists to come. Yeah. I would feel the same way if they were building those on my body. For real.
Right.
Still, that's crazy. Well, I guess moving on to my story, which is also a wild one. I have for you the legend of Mandy the doll.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this week I'm going to be telling you the story of one of Canada's most haunted dolls.
Oh, Canada.
Mm-hmm, Canada. So her name's Mandy, and this story was submitted to us by a listener, so thank you very much. Leave a comment on anything and anywhere telling us where you guys want to hear stories from next. So if you know me at all, you know I love a good doll. And by love, honey, I mean hate. I hate a doll. Dolls. Literally. Growing up, I always hated a doll, even since I was little. And fun fact about me, my grandma actually collected dolls. And they were the really creepy ones. Like the porcelain.
That's probably why you hate them. Right?
Yeah, probably, yeah. But like, she didn't try to scare me with them. I just never liked them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now my aunt collects them. Anyway, when my grandma died, she left me a whole doll collection, even though she knew I hated them. And I was like, what? Why would you do that?
Okay. Have you ever seen my mom's doll collection? Mm-hmm. The little Wizard of Oz dolls?
But those aren't as creepy. Well, no, they are actually creepy. Honestly, to me, all dolls are creepy, even if they're cute. They are creepy.
Yeah.
Because I imagine them coming to life and then attacking me.
Oh my gosh.
And that's exactly what happens in the story.
Oh my god.
So I feel validated for hating the dolls. And also, if you're curious about my collection of dolls, it is so far away from me. It is locked away in my storage unit.
Oh my gosh.
Far. Yeah,
I'm surprised it's even that close. It's your storage unit.
Where else can it be? I tried to leave it in her house.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
No. And I was like, please.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, it's still there in West Virginia.
No, they wouldn't let me. And I was like, please.
Dang.
I don't want that. That's how much I don't like dolls. Mm-hmm. But here I am, telling you the story of Mandy the doll. So, let's just jump right on in.
Let's do it.
So, Mandy the doll currently lives in the Quesnel Museum, located in British Columbia.
Okay.
So, yeah. Let's start at the beginning, or at least the beginning of what we know to be Mandy's history. So her known, written history starts in 1991, when she was donated to the museum by a woman named Marianda.
Okay.
And she said that Mandy was made in either England or Germany between 1910 and 1920. And Marianda, the lady who had the doll, she said, told the museum she actually received the doll as a gift from her grandmother. Relatable.
Yeah.
Too relatable, don't like it.
Okay. See, this one hits home for you.
I feel like every doll story is my grandma got it from a doll place in the 1910s. And that's why I don't like dolls, man. It creeps me out.
See, I still like dolls.
I wish I did, but I just can't. I'm glad you do. I really am. So, of course, when Marianda donated the doll, she had a few stories to tell about the past. So, but what she really wanted to tell them about was the doll's current state and what it was doing to make her donated to the museum. Okay?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, Marianda, she would just be in her house, chilling, working, chilling, whatever, doing whatever she does in her house, when all of a sudden she would hear a baby crying in the basement of her house.
No. Oh my God.
There was, in fact, no baby in her house. Not that she knew of. So obviously she's like, okay, there's something, like maybe it's an animal. I don't know.
Right. Logical. Yeah, I don't know what I would think.
I would be like, okay, maybe it's a coyote. Because coyotes like cry.
I would be like, what is making that noise in my house?
Like, and so she went down there. First mistake. No, don't ever go into the basement. But after inspecting the basement, she realized that it literally was coming from the doll. But like it could only that was not where she went first. Like she went,
oh my God.
She inspected the whole basement and then realized like, yeah, it's definitely coming from the doll. So that happened. So that was like definitely the final straw moment, because before that, she heard footsteps. It was all this like accumulating things. Things would be moved around the house, all the typical things. But she was like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I forgot I did this or whatever. Right. But then the crying, it was undeniable. She was like, no. And the second that she did remove, she didn't immediately was like, let's donate it. She was like, let me just remove it. Like, put it somewhere else, in a different house, in a car. And the second that she took it out of her house, everything stopped happening. That was happening.
Okay. See.
Yeah.
What did she do with it then? Because I would say, get it away from me.
Well, and that's what made her give it to the museum when she realized. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me see. So, okay, another thing though, before she gave it to the museum, is that she said that the doll, she learned, could not be kept with any other dolls because she would harm them.
What? Okay. What do you mean harm them?
So, okay, I'm not sure how any other doll collectors, like, kept their dolls, but my grandma and people in my family, they have, like, china cabinets, like, glass cabinets that they keep their dolls in. So it's, like, doesn't collect dust as much.
That's, like, the one my mom has for her dolls that I was talking about.
Yep. So that's how my mom did it, but according to Miranda, she could not keep any dolls near Mandy. So, like, when she would, like, leave, she put Mandy in there, leave, come back. All of the dolls are, like, that she was near and beside, broken.
Oh, my God.
Beaten, all thrown about the case. And this happened multiple times to the fact where she was like, okay, Mandy can't be kept in that case. Because she was the only doll that wasn't messed up.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, that all in total is what made her give the doll away. Because she had the doll, for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know how long she had the doll, but it got to a point where she was like, I don't even care that it's my grandma's, it's got to go. And if that ain't me, I don't know what it is.
No, that does sound just like you.
Yeah, but at least she decided to donate it to a museum, so, she didn't, like, burn it. That's, like, the best possible outcome, so.
Yeah.
And what does Mandy the doll look like, you asked Savannah?
Okay.
I need you to Google it, but let me just describe to you.
Okay.
She looks like a real life porcelain doll with really creepy looking eyes. But I think the creepiest part of it is that her face is like, it looks cut. Like from the eye. Like on one side of her face there's like scars from where it's like a little broken. And it just like, it looks a little beaten and weathered because it is like 100 years old. But oh yes. Ew God.
She just looks like a regular baby doll.
You don't think that's creepy? You don't think she looks creepy?
It just looks like a regular baby doll.
See, this is why I'm like, yeah, all baby dolls are creepy. Because she looks... That just looks like a baby. Scary to me.
And it's just cracked. Like, she doesn't look scary.
Y'all, please comment on the Instagram and tell me if you think... I think she looks scary. Like, if I saw that no context, I would still say she looks creepy. Like, if I didn't know. I really would.
If I'm being so honest, I would not.
That's crazy, bro. That is actually crazy. Please, again, go to our Instagram to see Mandy the doll, if you want to see her. Anyways, when Mandy was brought into the museum, that is actually where most of the haunted stories come from. From her.
Okay.
So most of them come from staff from the museum. And it kind of first started by lunches going missing from the fridge.
Wait, she's eating people's food?
No, she wasn't eating it.
Okay.
She was moving it because later, like, sandwiches and their lunches would be found tucked away in a drawer.
Oh
like
my
old.
God, no way.
Yeah, so she was just hiding them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, other objects such as pens, books, and like photos would also go missing and be found later in like other random spots.
Yeah.
And at first, the staff really just assumed that it was somebody playing a prank on them.
Right.
They were like, oh, they weren't like, oh, it's the doll. Like,
right, because yeah, why would you suspect the
wouldn't.
doll?
No,
yeah.
You definitely wouldn't. But then it started happening way too much, and everybody was like denying it. They were like, no. And they're like, if it's you, just come forward. Like, and they're like, no. It's not me.
But then nobody.
Nobody came forward. And so they did kind of realize, okay, maybe it's something from inside the museum.
Uh-huh.
And so then that's when they, started on this hunt to see what could be doing this.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they did eventually suspect Mandy because of her stories of what she, was doing before Marianne donated her.
Yeah.
So they decided to test their theory and put Mandy the doll in a room completely alone, no other people in the room, and they closed the door and they waited. They waited. They were like, all right, we'll test it. And eventually, nothing happened. They didn't hear anything happen. Eventually, after some time, they went back in, and even though they didn't hear anything happening, paper was thrown around the entire room, covering the floor. So
they left her alone in there, and there was just paper and
there was like stuff in the room, but no other dolls, which is like, that seemed to be the problem, was that she was with other dolls. So... but apparently that wasn't the problem after their test, because there were no dolls in there, and she still, flipped
now
the paper.
I'm just imagining, like, is she getting up and throwing it, or is it just like she's just sitting there and it's just happening?
I feel like it's happening. I don't think she's actually moving around.
Yeah.
But what do I know, honestly? And this actually, they test it multiple times. It always happens.
Oh my
Something
God.
always happens.
That's scary.
And the staff kind of come to the conclusion that Mandy is like the spirit of a little girl, and she's throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's not like she's attacking people.
Yeah.
Or like hurting people.
Yeah.
If anything, she's just hurting other dolls.
Uh-huh.
And like throwing paper around. It's not like, oh, she's evil. But it's not good, And she also throws other tantrums, okay? Which is kind of how they started to name it that. One time a worker put a stuffed lamb toy locked in her case with her.
Oh my God.
And at this point, she has her own case. It's her specific alone case.
Right.
So she is in a room with like other dolls now, but she's in her own case. So it's like separated. Anyway, a worker put a stuffed lamb toy in her locked case with her. And when they came back to work the next day, the lamb toy was on the floor outside of her case.
Oh no.
And that makes no sense, because how? It's a completely closed-in glass case. So somebody make that make sense.
That's insane.
Other than it's the ghost inside the doll.
Yeah.
Unless somebody is pulling like the most elaborate prank over years and years and years and years. At this point, nobody's even worked there that long to have been able to keep up with it,
Right. Like, I don't believe that.
No. No. Mandy is also known to, quote unquote, play around with electrical equipment.
Electrical
and
equipment?
they call it playing around. In reality, she's causing electrical equipment to not work anymore.
Lovely.
She makes things malfunction really bad. And so not only do staff experience Mandy the doll, but also the customers of the museum.
Okay.
Visitors,
so like while people are there, she'll turn the lights off and stuff.
She will do a ton of stuff. That visitors have claimed to feel uneasy or sad when they like enter into her room. Oh. Which is not good. And people say that her eyes have a tendency to follow you around the room, which honestly, they do say that about all dolls. But they also say that she blinks. And I don't think that she blinks like as a doll. Because you know how some dolls blink.
Yeah.
She doesn't. I don't think she blinks. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so.
That's scary.
Don't like that. And also her fingers and head have been seen to move on their own as well. Ugh. So that's good. But here's the craziest part. The most common like electrical equipment that she messes with.
Yeah.
it's actually something that her and another doll that I've talked about share. So Mandy the doll and Robert the doll.
Oh my God, Robert.
Robert. They can both make phones or cameras completely mess up. And if you remember, I did cover Robert the doll in episode 93, if you want to go listen to that. He can literally haunt you through your phone.
Yeah.
So I don't think Mandy does that because she's not really evil. You kind of have to go see her.
Right.
But she can make phones and cameras stop working.
Yeah.
So...
Well, she just doesn't want people to take pictures of her.
Yeah. And maybe that is what it is, honestly. So that seems to be the most common experience is that, like, people will go to, like, take a picture of her and their camera, like, won't open on their phone.
Yikes.
Or their camera, like, won't take the picture even though it's, like, on and working if it's, like, an actual camera.
Yeah.
So, you know, not good. But, yeah. So we don't actually know the full story of why the doll's haunted. Like I said, the people at the museum do kind of hypothesize that it's a ghost of a little girl because she's really not evil, you know?
Right.
She's just, I don't know, not resting, you know?
Yeah.
She's just trapped, I think, in the doll. But she's not, like, evil. Like, yeah, she breaks a camera, but, like, I don't think she's purposefully trying to break the camera, you know?
Huh.
So, and I also love that that would be Canada's most haunted doll. Like, it's still a nice doll.
It's
here in America, some of the dolls that will not be named or talked about again,
right? Like, literally you can't even say their name.
I can't even say the doll's name. If you want to know, you're gonna just have to go look at the doll episodes, and because I'm not talking about that doll no more.
Yeah.
So,
but that is so Canadian.
I'm saying, like, of course they would have like the nicest, most haunted doll when we have the complete opposite here in America.
Right.
So, you know, I love that. So, but would I still personally be scared to see Mandy the doll? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I don't like any dolls. So, but honestly, I will say Mandy's probably the doll that I would go see over any of the other dolls.
Yeah, I would go see her.
She might not want me to see her, but I will go see her, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. That is the legend of Mandy the doll. I love her. Love her, hate her. It's a love-hate relationship.
I know.
You know?
Wait, so where did you say in Canada she is?
I forget what it's called. It is called... it's the Queensel Museum in British Columbia.
Okay. Huh.
I don't know Canadian geography to tell you where that is. So
me either. I barely know.
Up from here.
I barely know American geography.
I don't know American geography. So, I mean, I'll just say that straight up. But we do need to make our way to Canada one day.
Okay,
eventually.
that is on the West Coast.
Okay, that would be the opposite side of where we are.
Yep. Yeah, it's over that side.
What's like the biggest city that is near? Toronto. Is that on that side?
Vancouver is in British Columbia.
Okay.
But I don't know if this museum is near there. What's it called again?
Okay, Quesnel. Quesnel.
It's in Quesnel, British Columbia. That's the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this
Oh, sorry. I thought I said that.
It is very far from Vancouver.
The Canadians listening to this are screaming at us.
I know.
They're like, guys, no. No. I don't even know why we attempted.
So yeah, it's like 7.5 hours from Vancouver.
Wait, I think I don't know how big Canada is.
It's huge. Taylor, it's huge.
I really don't. That's crazy.
So anyway.
Love that.
It's kind of just out there.
So it's in the middle of nowhere? Not nowhere, but like, no like big major city near it?
None that we would know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Well.
Some that other people would probably know, but none that we would know.
Yeah. Okay, if you guys have seen Mandy the doll, please tell us your story. Even if nothing happened.
Yeah.
Be like, I went and saw Mandy and nothing happened.
Right.
Because I gotta know. Like, was she creepy? Even looking.
I know. I need to know.
I have to know.
I want to go to one of these museums with all the haunted things. Like,
okay, we're gonna go.
I was kind of surprised when you said that it was here and not at Zach Bagans' museum.
Oh, right.
Because everything's at Zach Bagans' museum.
I honestly, because when it was suggested to do Mandy the doll, I didn't expect it to be in Canada.
Yeah.
I totally expected it to be in America.
Me too. When you started talking about it, I thought it was country.
I don't even think I've realized that there are haunted dolls outside of America. So now this is opening up a whole new realm. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, the doll island.
Oh. Okay, but they're not haunted dolls. The island is haunted.
I think they go hand in hand, right?
Maybe. Yeah, that's a story.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess you're right.
But, like, think about our haunted dolls, even versus this one, or the island of the dolls.
Right.
Like, it's completely different.
Yeah.
All of the U.S. dolls are like, we're killing you, and we're cursing you and your whole entire family, and your bloodline.
I do have a question for you. So you're scared of dolls. You hate dolls. But what about, like, just stuffed animals?
I like stuffed animals. I don't.
You don't?
I don't love stuffed animals. They're better than a doll. Like, I don't have a lot. I do have, like, a baby mini swing for stuffed animals, but it's only for I have, like, mini Squishmallows.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I have, and I have one.
I guess a Squishmallow is even different.
Yeah,
it's even more different, because it's just, like, a pillow, and it's, like, a circle. It's not, like, shaped like an animal.
Yeah, the only stuffed animal that I have is our alien Build-A-Bear.
That's the only one?
Yeah. I mean, other than the Squishmallows.
Like, what about growing up when you're younger? You don't have them anymore?
I had a bear, but I wasn't attached. Like, when I was young, I was attached to a blanket more than a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, anything that could have been alive, I was not messing with it as a child.
I had so many stuffed animals. Look at, literally, Taylor,
Savannah, I'm looking around.
There's two sitting behind you.
And it's also funny because Savannah's like, I want to go to Build-A-Bear.
I know. I
also want to go to Build-A-Bear.
But I'm like, I actually, growing up, I used to go to Build-A-Bear a lot just because, actually, I would go with my friend. We would, every time I slept over at this one friend's house in the morning when we woke up, she'd be like, do you want to go to Build-A-Bear?
That's I'm like, a crazy statement.
Sure. And her parents would just take us.
What?
So her parents bought me probably like 4 or 5 different Build-A-Bears.
What?
And they're expensive too. Like, I don't know what happened
honestly, no. See, we have such a different experience with Build-A-Bear because my experience with Build-A-Bear, I did go to, like, the first Build-A-Bear, and I have the original somewhere. I don't have it, like, on me.
Yeah.
But, like, I do have the original Build-A-Bear. And so that's the one I had, like, growing up.
Okay.
And I did like it, but I didn't, like, sleep with it. I mean, it was, like, there. But I, wasn't, like, my buddy. But then my parents acted as if the Build-A-Bear was like I genuinely thought Build-A-Bears were like $1,000.
I know. No, honestly, my parents acted like that too, but it's just my friend.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't get my second Build-A-Bear until like high school, and it was a dolphin, and then I have the alien.
Yeah.
Now, but when I even got the dolphin, I was like, oh, it's okay. I was in high school, but I was like, I still think it's $100. It's not. They're $20.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like, if you get...
it does add up.
If you get, like... But I was never the type to get, like, shoes, a purse. I just wanted, a shirt.
Yeah.
So it was, like, probably $25. And I was like... I really had a whole perspective change. I was like, oh,
I know.
That's crazy. So...
I know. And that's why I'm saying I do not need to go, but I want to.
I know. I really... If you guys don't know, they have a Mothman...
They do have a
one, and I want him so bad. Like, I don't need him, but I want him.
And they have Hello Kitty ones, like Sanrio. Like,
I don't think I knew. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now I'm realizing my nieces would love a Sanrio. Maybe we can take them.
See, that's what I'm saying. My Aunt Christy took me and my sister when we were younger. I think.
Oh yeah.
Me and both my siblings. Yeah, when we were younger.
See, we just need an excuse to go.
I think I might have gotten the one that's behind you with her. I don't know.
Oh, that one's so cute. My best friend had that one, and I was always jealous.
Yeah, it has
because I didn't have that one.
It's a candy corn bear.
It's so cute.
That one actually, like, a lot of my stuffed animals. I had so many, Taylor. You don't even know. Not just Build-A-Bear, but just like so many different like stuffed animals.
Yeah. But
anyway. That one in particular, I, like, remembered, and I was like, I need to find that one. And they're all in my parents' basement, so I, like, hunted for... I've been looking... Like, I looked multiple times throughout the years, finally found it, and I was like, yes, my favorite one. So I got, like, a few of, like, my favorite ones, but yeah. There's actually like one or two more that I'm thinking of that I would find there. I just had an obsession, I guess. I don't know. I had way too many.
Yeah, it was just never my thing. I was always so creeped out. And also, I think my mom was creeped out too.
Oh. See, my mom is not creeped out because she has the creepy dolls.
But my mom does have, well, she doesn't collect animals though.
Yeah.
She does have a glass cabinet, but it's like of all really breakable things.
Oh, yeah.
It's not china though. Yeah. It's just like little trinkets, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
But no. Like, literally, I'm telling you, the fear started, it definitely started with Raggedy Ann and Andy. Because my aunt has life size. You've seen them. They're
I'm telling
huge.
you, I have definitely told this too. I was Raggedy Ann for Halloween one year.
No, I can't do that. My cousin was also Raggedy Ann for Halloween.
I freaking had the opposite experience as you with dolls because I loved dolls. Like I went through
I feel like that's normal.
I went through like a good year phase where I loved Raggedy Ann.
I feel like a lot of people did. I feel like that's normal. I'm the not normal one.
Yeah.
I think. Let me know. That's the poll this week. I'm going to make
Honestly,
it. Do you like dolls?
Yes.
When you were a kid? Like, did you like dolls or no?
I think it's very polarizing. Like, you either love them or hate them.
It's never in the middle.
Yeah.
It's never in the... I've never met anybody in the middle. So, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know on that. But definitely be sure to check out our Instagram to see pictures from our stories this week.
Yes.
And go check out our YouTube and our TikTok while you're at it.
Yes, and my personal TikTok, I've been posting a lot more on there, so go check it out.
I'm gonna try to post more on my personal and the podcast. Yeah. We'll see if that.
Listen, we're trying to become TikTokers, so,
so follow us.
It's gonna happen.
Honestly, go like all of my TikToks I've already made. They're all amazing.
All of them, yeah. Me too.
It's just facts.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know if I have anything else.
Yeah, I think that's it for this week.
Okay, well then I guess we will see you guys next week.
Cue the music.